So, first question, Sam, is why looped? Why should somebody use looped versus any of the other social?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we're the best in the world at is...
I am excited to have a discussion. I think this is really important and it's a good time for it.
Hey, are you?
Do you think the White House?
I am super late.
Understood. Is the White House
you
moving quickly enough though on regulation? Do you think?
Hard to say before the meeting, but I think they were like really seriously engaged and want to get to the right place on this.
How concerned are you about AI?
I think we can manage this for sure.
Today we will be talking about who Sam Altman is. These days, you know Sam Altman as that guy who runs OpenAI, the company that owns Chatgpt. Together with Microsoft, of course, they paid billions to own 40% of OpenAI. Chatgpt took the world by storm by changing the way the world saw AI. It cast a spotlight on the field of AI and the enigmatic founders running those companies. To most people outside of the loop, it seemed like Sam Altman just appeared out of nowhere. Where did Sam Altman come from? Sam Altman began his journey as a student at Stanford University. He was one of those guys studying computer science. One day, he was going to be another employee at Google or another tech company. That's if he actually finished his computer science degree, of course. Sam Altman chose to drop out of Stanford before he finished his degree. He was 19 years old at the time, and his reasons for living was to build a startup with his friends at Y Combinator. Loop was a location-based service on your phone where users could check in at specific locations like restaurants to get points. Checking in meant sharing your location with your friends. In fact, if you checked in with friends, you got more points. With these points, you could exchange the points for food or music or rewards. While that may sound complicated, that's because it is at first glance. Thankfully, while Sam Altman was still starting out, he did a video with an ex-Microsoft tech evangelist turned blogger / YouTuber to explain what the Loop app was about. So let's have Sam Altman explain how to use his Loop app.
Who are you?
I'm Sam Altman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Loop.
Yeah. And what is Loop and what are you guys coming out with?
So we're all about...
By the way, we're here in the Trey Amigo, which is our favorite Mexican place.
We're all about location-based apps on cell phones, helping you find your friends, places, events, and now cool new deals. So we're coming out with this new app. It's called Loop Star. It's based entirely on Facebook Connect, and it is all about helping you find your friends and also find specials near you. We started doing advertising last December.
It's a location-based service, right? So you use it
you check in, you see where your friends are, and you get cool stuff.
Okay.
It says on the splash screen, go places, find friends, get stuff. That's pretty much what it does. There we are. We can see that Tres Amigos restaurant, where we are right now, is the nearest place. I could check in there. And I could then get points. I'm the boss of this place now, so I can see what I can do. We also will show you the specials near you. So you can see all of these cool offers nearby, and then I can see the rewards that I'm working on. So I just this morning got free music for checking into a bar with 3 of my friends. I can see where my friends are. And you don't have to set any of this up. You log in once with Facebook, and then a list of your friends show up, and we can pull in their location even from other sources.
Oh, that's cool.
Sam Altman's plan was to use Facebook's user data to introduce new users into the Loop ecosystem.
And I assume that you'll upgrade to use the Facebook location.
We all use the Open Graph, and when they release the location API, we'll pull that right in. And that's, I think that's one of the big reasons for basing this on Facebook, is that as they become sort of a default location hub, what we expect them to do, by being built on that, we can pull that in and just sort of suck that in immediately. And
so I have 1,300 Facebook friends. How does it tell which ones are customers? Does it use the location?
We calculate it based on their last check-in or their last location from some other service.
Then he would sell them on his location-based reward service. Sam's Loop startup sounds a lot like Foursquare. In the video, Sam seemed very calm and collected for his age. Mature would be the best word to describe him. He got his points across very quickly, boiling down all the technical details down into digestible facts, which even simpletons like you or I could understand. You could see a spark in him, whether it was the way he talked or in the way he presented himself. The app was quite successful. They reached 5 million users. On June 2008, Sam got to present his Loop app at Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference, which is an event which showcases tech on Apple products to the world. Sam was invited to present there because Loop had an iPhone app for content.
We are incredibly psyched about Looped on the iPhone. Looped is about connecting with people on the go, which is, after all, the main reason you have a phone. We show you where people are, what they're doing, and what cool places are around you. The orange pin up there is where I am right now, and the blue pins represent my friends. We make serendipity happen. It's amazing how often you're at a restaurant a couple of blocks away from a friend, or stuck in an airport with an old classmate and don't know about it. You can use Looped with your friends on most other carriers or devices in the US. We are the largest social mapping service in the world, and very happy to announce that Looped will be free on the iPhone and in the App Store at launch. Anyway, we think this is a new era of mobile. We're thrilled to be part of it. Thanks very much.
These days, Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference draws in over 20 million viewers worldwide. In 2011, Sam Altman was named one of the 30 under 30 innovators by Forbes magazine. The point was, Sam Altman was moving up in life. Unfortunately, things didn't turn out well for his startup. We live in the future, so we know Sam Altman's app failed. This is coming from Reuters, not me. Apparently, Loop's daily active users fell to 500 people. Though Sam did say this wasn't completely true. Loop was burning too much money to stay alive. They couldn't figure out how to monetize the platform. Then a miracle happened. Somehow, Sam Altman managed to convince a prepaid debit card company called Green Dot to buy Loop for $43 million. There's a forum on Y Combinator's website where users discussed how Sam Altman's startup had failed, saying the exit was demoralizing, as if all startups seemed like a game. At the time, Sam would say Loop wasn't a failure, and it was fun and he learned a lot from the situation and made enough money to start investing, but he didn't regret it at all. It took him years and OpenAI's success before Sam finally came to terms with his failure. In a tweet in 2023, Sam Altman came clean about how he failed pretty hard at his first startup, referring to Loop. He said it sucked and he was happy to do well on his second startup. Sam mentioned how he thought about his failures in the past a lot more than he let on. The buyer of Loop, Green Dot Corporation, had more success with the startup. Green Dot got all of Loop's employees and told them to build a neobank called GoBank, the first bank account designed for mobile devices. GoBank saw success by securing a partnership with Uber to be the main payment processor of Uber drivers. They would launch Uber's debit card for them in 2016. As for Sam, he used some of the money he received from selling his startup to invest in many other startups, including Airbnb, Asana, Soylent, Teespring, and also Reddit, which for some reason keeps announcing and delaying its IPO. After stepping down from Loop, Sam would go on to work at Y Combinator, becoming the president of Y Combinator within 5 years. He wouldn't remain there forever, eventually stepping down in 2019 to pursue an AI startup with lots of other co-founders and investors, including Elon Musk and Peter Thiel. This was OpenAI, the non-profit organization that would share its work freely with other researchers. It's ChatGPT's parent company basically. The mission was to create a friendly AI. The pay wasn't that good. It was worse than other tech companies like Google or Facebook. However, the AI researchers were not deterred. They were attracted to the mission. Some even rejected salaries 3 times more than what OpenAI was offering to work there. Sam Altman was tapped to work there as the CEO, a decision Elon Musk famously chose to fight against. Elon wanted to replace Sam Altman as the CEO because Elon, according to what Sam Altman has said, believed OpenAI had fallen behind other tech companies like Google, which we all know now after the botched Live from Paris event was clearly untrue. The board rejected Elon's decision, thankfully, and Sam remained at the company. The rest was history.
Have you tried the new Deus Ex?
I have tried the new Deus Ex.
It's okay, but like
the best game I played recently, and it's not a super new game, is The Last of Us.
Oh, is it really?
It's from a couple of years ago.
Sure.
I loved it.
Okay, Last of Us.
Yeah.
You like that too? Is it really good?
Uncharted too.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Uncharted.
Sam Altman oversaw OpenAI's operations as it released ChatGPT near the end of 2022, wowing the internet, turning ChatGPT and OpenAI into household names. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed your time here, please subscribe so I can continue making more videos.